Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of the doctor's office. This time we're gonna look at the Vaccinator. Before we go through any tips, guides and whatever, let's go through the stats. The Vaccinator has a 67% overcharge rate. Press reload to cycle through the resistance types, which are three. So bullet, explosive and fire in that order. While healing, you get a 10% damage resistance to selected damage type. Now the downsides. You have 33% overcharge rate on overhealed patients. It's not 33 plus, it's 33 minus. And minus 66 overheal build rate. And the Uber is basically divided into four 2.5 seconds resistance bubbles, which defend you against 75% on the selected damage, plus 100% crit damage. So you cannot get random crit by this. Obviously you have to use the Uber. Now, I've seen many people complain about the Vaccinator due to it being overpowered. And most people don't realize that the Vaccinator is the most balanced vanity gun. Why? It's simple. If you go 1 versus 2 on this medic duo and you're a demo man, the medic, if he's smart, will of course go to blast resistance. The heavy is gonna kill you. You're gonna rage, which happens, which is okay. So, what does this mean? You need to switch up your damage, or you need to coordinate with your team. Because the Vaccinator biggest weakness relies on the medic's reflexes. And of course, you cannot, and I mean you cannot just go 1v2 against that due to how the damage resistance works, because yeah, the Uber build rate is rather short, but you basically fasten it up by shooting it with only one damage type, which is okay. That's how it balances out and punishes you. And with that, you as and your entire team need to change strat or change class. On the footage you see, the enemy was really stubborn with only keeping as minimal damage variation as possible. Like yeah, you had a few heavies, few pyros, but they mainly had blast as I can see. And it's not gonna work when you have the vaccinated medic playing against you like that. And due to that, the enemy team barely stood a chance. And what's the best part about this? Well, the Vaccinator, unlike the other mediguns where you basically grab and then release your load at 100%, this one gives you the variation of having 4 little stocks. Of course, all of them are quickly or slowly depending on your patient, on your team, and of course on the enemy team. And due to that, you have 4 chances at Uber. Of course, if you lose all of them, you lose all of them at death. What's the best part about this gun? Well, the bubbles, they stay. You don't have to keep pocketing one guy. You can, for example, pocket the demo man, give him fire resistance so he can fight that pyro, switch off to your heavy to get him bullet resistance so that sniper can't bully him, and for 2.5 seconds, you got 2 people basically in Uber. And it did not cost you any Uber duration like the other miniguns. And with the bullet resistance, or well, any resistance, you also stop yourself from dying. Of course, the big taxing part about the Vaccinator is it requires you to have good reflexes and quick micromanaging, which makes this medigun the hardest one to master. Even for me, who's been playing medic for very many hours. And let me tell you, it's very rewarding when you get the perfect situation for it. And next part, not only do you have a very rewarding feeling, you also see how your team starts getting more closer to you. Or you get at least a few more people near to you. because the Vaccinator does punishes you if you have only one pocket. If you go with a team, you can make magic happen, but that's basically with every Medigon. But this one's more noticeable due to the Uber build rate. And of course you get less overheal. And what's also a balancing thing is, this Medigon is still weak to melee. Like unlike Uber, you can basically prevent any damage. This one's only a resistance. And it only resists X damage type, which you have selected for a bit. And that's about it. Those are the stats, and those are the plus and minuses. The Medigon is good against range, but very weak against melee. This Medigon is, of course, one of my personal favorites, and it's also very useful at, for example, King of the Hill. But not King of the Hill comps, more like King of the Hill casual because of how many people just go soldier or pyro or whatever. It punishes exactly that. And of course, with the quick Uber, you have almost guaranteed an Uber. Like, you cannot go out without any Uber. And what a little hint by the side is, I don't know if I do it as much, but it's just good to know. Keep always one stock so you can prevent yourself from dying if your pocket dies by a sniper and you were at blast resistance. For example, keep yourself bullet resistance so you can at least somehow survive the sniper shot if he's aiming at you. Or at least a Scooty Booty McShooty. Which is very good to keep in mind. It's no must because once your pocket dies, it's mostly almost guaranteed death for you unless you have someone who covers you. And I say almost. It all depends on your dodging skill and the aim of the enemy. And that's all situational movement, which comes to another video. Well, the Vaccinator. Simple said, it's a great Medigon, and it's definitely way balanced than any other weapons in TF2, or many other weapons in TF2. Here a little side note, do not use this Vaccinator in competitive. I tried. I died multiple times without even getting one Uber. So that may that may be good to know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I've been rambling a bit. This is mainly just me improvising. And the footage basically helps you to see how this minigun works. And my thoughts is just here to help you guide through this minigun, since this one is also the really high skill in casual, but of course it's not good in competitive, so just learn it so you got at least a good backup minigun for very bad situations, like you got an entire team of pyro like Jungle Inferno, which is where I use this weapon the most, or maybe Halloween event where you have to use it because of every critting thing. And if you have an issue with it, please try switching it up a bit. If you're a pyro, use a shotgun. If you're, I don't know, a soldier, use your shotgun. Or, as a demo man, you can go demo knight. Just try different variation, or work with your team. For example, the spy is a perfect, because sometimes the medic may be way too preoccupied to keep an eye for spies as well. Because, as I said, this one is a taxing medigun, so you may even slip a few things. And of course, use this medigun not mainly. It's a good medigun and all, but if you rely on it, some people may just catch up to the weakness and then destroy you on it. Well, this was my video on the Vaccinator. I hope it was at least entertaining or somewhat insightful. I'm trying really hard not to have too many pauses, and with this I basically conclude my first episode of the Doctor's Office. I want to know what you guys think about it in the comments. And of course, the question, is the Vaccinator overpowered? Yes, no, and why? And I would like to know if you guys use this medigun or at least have someone who uses this medigun with you, because this medigun can be so much fun, especially if you want to go casual and just punish an entire explosion team or fire team.
We need
It's
the
so good.
teleporter.
Well, thank you guys so much. I want to say this should this isn't the end of the video, so I want to let you enjoy the last bit of the footage. First of all, thank you for watching. I hope this video was informative, or at least entertaining. And please tell me in the comments if you use the Vaccinator in any way, or if you even encountered one and managed to beat it. I'm open for constructive criticism. And I know it doesn't do much, but this was my first time, or my second time really editing this hard, and I'm learning a lot. I hope I can manage to give some quality videos soon. Bye bye. Well, I hope this video was at least informative. I hope the footage helped you visualize something. And, as always, I will hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time when I cover another Medicon, another playstyle, whatever comes next. Maybe I'll do a funny moment soon. See you guys next time. Bye bye.